Hey, what's up guys? So today we have a interesting device to explore. So this one is Samsung Omnia, released back in 2008. So as you can see here, it does not look special. It's pretty much similar to other devices from Samsung, but this one is special because it runs on Windows 6.1. So I have used many devices which are running on Windows 6.1 or 6.5, but this one is a little special because Samsung has done something here. So the UI is a little different than usual 6.1 devices. As you can see here, it looks like Samsung's Java devices which used to come on that time, actually like from 2009 2010. So those devices used to get this kind of UI. But interestingly, there are a lot of things going on with this device. So first of all, going with the physical overview of the device, it got a 3.2-inch display which is 240 by 400 pixel, and it is a resistive touchscreen device. So as you can see here, you have to press a little hard to explore the device. And also we got a pen to navigate the device. In front we also got VGA front facing camera and 3 navigation button, and also this navigation button is pretty much similar to BlackBerry's trackpad. You can navigate your device using this trackpad, as you can see here, but the response is not really good here. Maybe this trackpad is worn out, that's why it is not really responsive anymore, but as you can see here, it works. And also you can change the functionality of this trackpad to navigate like a mouse, so that also viable. And right hand side we do have few buttons here. This button here, actually if you press and hold this button, it will show you the running application. So if I press and hold, as you can see, it is showing running application, and if I press once only, it will just open the menu. And we do have volume rockers here down here, which is weird position, but they are here. Also we have a camera shutter button here. Right hand side we do have a weird port to charge the device, and also this port is used for earphones too, but I don't really have this one. It is really difficult to charge this device right now. And on top we got a reset button, and also the power button is here, and on the button only the microphone hole. On the back there is a 5 megapixel autofocus camera with flash, and the flash is pretty powerful actually. And I don't really have a battery for this device. If you are watching my videos, you know how I run these older devices. So as you can see here, the battery here I'm using, it's a generic 750 mAh battery. I just connected the battery, but the device cannot charge this battery. I have to use a universal charger to charge this battery. Plus charging it like 10 to 15 minutes, it does work for some time. So now I charged it like for 20 minutes and it's still working actually. So now going with the device, as you can see here, the device is looking like a Java device from Samsung. Under the hood, it is running on a 624 megahertz processor, and as you can see, it is a top tier version of this device, 16 gig variant. There was 8 gig variant too, and it has 128 MB of RAM. So for a 2008 device, it's pretty much a flagship device. And going with the other things, like it got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and also it does support 3G. So as you can see here, my SIM card is there, maybe you can see, and it connected to 3G network right now. So let's see what we can do with this device. So let me take out the pen. So as you can see here, the pen looks like this. Without pen, it's really difficult to explore this device. So first of all, as you can see here, there are few options. These are actually wizard. You can bring them to your screen like this. There are not a lot of place to place them because we do have only one home screen here, so you can put whatever you really need, like music one or anything like that. And if you press on the main menu, you can see all the application. So now menu, so as you can see all the application. This one does support kinetic scrolling. It is a little laggy but works, as you can see here. And all the application, as you can see, we do have like Word, Excel and other things, Smart Reader, Internet Explorer and few other things. And if you go to the settings section, there are a lot of things going on. In the setting, we do have few options, as you can see here, personal, and there are 3 tabs. If I go to system, there are a few other things, and also connection setting. So in the system, we have about and other things, and also we have backlight option. So this device got auto brightness too. As you can see here, you can change brightness automatically. So let me reduce the brightness right now because it is too much now. So put it in manual mode and reduce it. Maybe you can see it better now. And also it got accelerometer sensor, so whenever you tilt your device it will change it, and the animations are laggy, but there are different animation. Whenever you change it will come with different animation, but works, as you can see here. So each and every time they will show different animation. And there are few other things here. As you can see, we can hard reset our device from here. And the memory section, so although it got 16 gig of internal storage, but there is option to put an SD card. And there are a few other things like power and also the screen, so you can calibrate your screen from here actually. And as you can see here, orientation, now it is on auto orientation, but you can change it actually. So you can like turn off auto orientation, and those things are there. Going back, and task manager is there, just like Windows PC and Windows Update, but does not work anymore. If I go to connection setting, we do have Beam, which can transfer your files wirelessly. I never used that feature, I don't know how to use that feature, and few other things. And we can connect to Wi-Fi, so it cannot see my home Wi-Fi actually. So if I need to connect to any Wi-Fi here, I have to like turn on hotspot from my phone or from my laptop. So I easily turn on from my laptop. So let me turn on hotspot. It turned on. Maybe it will be able to see right now. So let me see all available. So as you can see here, desktop, this one is from my laptop hotspot actually. So let's adapter, let me see again, and all available. So maybe it will search for network now. So you can see it is working, and it can see my network, and it is right now connecting, and the Wi-Fi is connected. So you can go back, and there are a few other things actually in the personal section. Also there are a few things you can change, the theme, owner information, also menu, and there are a lot of customization going on actually. So you can explore. For a 2008 device, there's a lot of things. And here, as you can see, the application, if I go to program section, we do have all the application here too. So kinetic scrolling is there, but it's pretty laggy. And as you can see here, we do have two Opera Minis here, and one Opera Mini actually did come with the device, and I did install another one, the latest version of Opera Mini, which is a Java Opera Mini, and Java application does work here actually. So going to other things, like we do have few other things here. In terms of game, actually we do have few games here on this device, which are pretty much typical for all the Windows 6.1 devices. If you go to game section here, so let me put the game option here. Maybe now if I click the game, so as you can see here, we have 3 games here. Bubble Breakers, which is pretty much you can find on any Windows 6.1 device. Dice and Solitary. So Dice use accelerometer, so as you can see, if you shake it, pretty cool for a 2008 device. So as you can see, Dice is there and Solitary is there, and also Bubble Breakers. So typical games, and if you want to install some games, you can still do that actually, but you have to find them. And if I go to the main menu, there are a few other things here actually. And Samsung also put their own browser here. So if I open it, maybe it will open the Opera Mini. So as you can see here, Opera Mini, which was the default browser of this device, it still work actually. As you can see here, it is loading a page now. As this device is outdated right now, it struggles to open any kind of web page, but it still kind of works. So let's try to browse something here. So if I go to program file, I do have few application here. So Opera Mini browser, so this one is pre-built one, and if I go to Opera Mini, this one which I have installed here, and as you can see here, it is working. This one is maybe Opera Mini 5, I don't really remember, but it works. So as you can see here, it does not support the language, And if I try Facebook, so as you can see here, the keyboard also not really like Windows 6.1 default keyboard, but this one is like customized by Samsung. But if you want the default one, you can get that actually by pressing here. As you can see here, we do have few options, and the main Windows 6.1 keyboard is pretty much like this. I don't really like that, so usually I use this keyboard, Samsung keyboard. It's a really good one actually. And also there is actually auto correction or those features available. If someone want them, they can turn them on. So facebook.com now don't really work on the older devices, but still you can like explore some pages with this device. So if I search Facebook, as you can see here, it does not work anymore. Before it used to work actually, like they used to open the older Facebook page, but nowadays they don't work anymore. So if I go to webtrick.com, where I usually download games, so webtrick.com, as you can see here, it can open up webtrick.com, and if I try to download something from here like games, it's a little difficult to get games for this kind of devices right now. So we have some arcade games. So as you can see here, the page actually does not load properly, so that's quite difficult to install. But if you download some games on your computer, and if you can transfer them here, you can install them and play them. So in terms of browsing, you can't really do much, but it is still working somehow. And going back, so as you can see here, we have a start button here. If you click here, you can see all the application, all the programs. That's typically what you get with all the Windows 6.1 devices. And if you press one time this button, it will open the menu directly from here. So if I press it, as you can see, it is opening the menu. So wherever you are, you can open menu directly from there actually by pressing this. So if I am on this help section, and if I press this button, it will open the menu. As you can see here, it is in menu, and if I press and hold, it will show the multitasking application. So whatever running application you can see from here, and you can multitask actually. As you can see, it's pretty quick for a 2008 device. It is pretty quick. So that's all what we are getting in terms of browsing and other things. Not really a lot, but it is quite interesting device. So going with other things like the camera, so it got a 5 megapixel camera, and if I press once, it will open the gallery. So if I press once, as you can see here, all the pictures I have taken, you can see these are all 5 megapixel pictures. They looks good actually for a 2008 device. They looks good. So as you can see, there is no HDR or anything like that, but they looks good. And if you press and hold, it will open the camera. It's open now, and you can use the button to take picture, and there is autofocus, so it makes sounds like digital cameras. Right now I don't really want to take picture, because whenever I try to take picture with this device, it shuts down because it is using flash, and the battery here actually cannot provide the enough power to like use the flash, so it turns off the device. So that's why I'm not going to take any picture. But in terms of UI, you are not getting much here. You can choose the picture size and scenario. You can choose like portrait, landscape, sports, and other things, which is typical for older devices. And we can choose the brightness, and also we can choose autofocus mode, macro, or the face focus, and we can choose to camera mode to video mode. It can shoot up to 640 by 840 video and 480p video. So that's what available with this device. So that's what you are getting with this device. Mainly actually I'm really interested about the 16 gig internal storage. Not much devices came out in 2008 that come with 16 gig of internal storage. And the VGA camera actually used for 3G video calling. You can't really access the camera directly from the camera application. There is no way to use that camera application. As you can see here, 3G network is working. In terms of other things, this device is still usable in here actually in Asian countries, because it does connect to network, and I can still make phone call with this device. And as you can see, I am getting messages from the carrier. so it's still usable here, and I can use Wi-Fi, and also mobile data is still working here. So kind of cool device, but runs on 6.1, which is pretty laggy and feels very ancient for today's time, but it's still working. It's a beautiful device to say, and Samsung has done a lot of things with this device. Main downside of this device actually is that the speaker quality, and also this port actually, because you can't really use your usual port to charge this device. Neither you can sync nor you can listen to music with using earphone, because it's really difficult to get one of this earphone right now. So that's all about Samsung Omnia. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.